You've come home after a long, hard day. You're tired. You're running on empty. You finally sit down to dinner with your wife. You desperately need some peace, some recharge time, maybe even some appreciation for all that you've gone through during the day. But something's wrong. She's upset. And the tension in the air is so thick you can cut it with a knife. And she starts spewing about her day. And I mean the word spewing because it just starts coming out in all directions. Blah! And she starts bringing up problem after problem after problem in morbid detail. And every detail that she shares with you causes confusion in you. You're like, wait, what? What are you talking about? And as you listen, it all seems so trivial to you. Like, why? Why is she so upset? And as she goes on and on and on, you come to the conclusion that what she's upset about really isn't even any of her business. At which point you start thinking, why can't she just let it go? But as she continues in her tirade, you nod silently, but inside you're screaming, this is pointless! Stop talking about it! But of course you love her. You don't want her to be in pain of any kind. I know you want to fix things for her because that's what a good man does. A good man sees a problem and handles it. So, as all of this is going on at your dinner table, your brilliant brain will predictably go through some steps. Your brain is thinking about, okay, what's the actual problem? I want one. Can I just talk about one problem at a time? I need to know what the one problem is that I can fix. And can I fix it fast? And is it worth fixing? And all of this is happening while in the background she continues droning on and on and on about problem after problem after problem. Sounds like wah, 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 wah in the background. And you're focused on that one problem that you think you can fix for her because you love her. Then, as soon as you figure out what the fix is, you cut her off. And you start sharing your fixes with her. You start talking answers. You start talking strategies. Beg, stop. This is what you need to do. Here's the answer. Or you need to let that go. You start coming up with your brilliant, fast fixes. And then something weird happens. Your brain goes, wait. Why is she fighting me on the fix? Why can't she see the brilliance of my quick fix? And then finally, the more she fights, your brain says, well, this isn't worth the battle. I can't change her mind, so I'm just going to surrender and let her deal with it. And what that means is you walk away. It's respectful. Leave her alone to handle her own problems. That's how a man shows respect to a man. And this is all male logic. Fix it fast or walk away. Don't waste any time. Don't waste any energy. Of course, by then, as you've gone through this entire process, and I know you recognize this process for some reason, now instead of being grateful, oh babe, you're so smart, thank you so much for your help, she's mad at you. She pulls away from you. Or she argues with you about why it's so important for her to stay upset. Does this sound familiar? One of my clients said, Jeannie, all women are crazy. Now, I have to admit, to men, women very often do not make sense. In fact, that's the number one complaint I've heard from my male clients in over 20 years of coaching. Over 20 years of coaching, they're like, I do not understand my women. Well, that's why I do what I do. Because the truth is, you cannot solve a problem you don't understand. And most men do not understand women. Now, there's a good reason for all of the things that she's doing and all of the things that you're going through. So let me share that with you now so that you'll know what's going on so you can actually fix the real problem. When a man listens to a woman, he is listening for a problem he can fix. A male brain listens for problems and loves fixing them. And that's the problem. You see, your woman is not sharing her problems with you in order for you to fix them. Now, you know as well as I do, when you fix the wrong problem, you actually create new ones, usually worse than the original ones, because now you have two problems to fix, and you just wanted to eat your dinner in peace. But you see, fixing whatever it is she's struggling with will always create bigger problems with her. Always. Plus, come on, let's get real. When disagreements and arguments feel more like a war zone and you can't find the win, you can't find the fix, that male brain goes, well, let's just shut her down, withdraw, and avoid, and let's call that logic. Because it seems like wisdom, but honestly, it's not. It's avoidance techniques. And it is what I call the surrender syndrome mistake. Like, I surrender, it's not worth it, I don't know what the fix is, so I am out of here. And the surrender syndrome mistake happens when you decide it's not worth it and you simply mentally or physically walk away, leaving her in her distress. Now, what I really need you to know is trying to fix your wife and every one of her problems is actually one of the most painful things you could do to her. Painful. What you think is love to a woman is painful to her. And when you cause this level of pain, it actually causes her to pull away from you and distrust you. Your fixes destroy her trust in you. Now, it's painful because when you do it, what it feels like to a woman is you're saying, well, you're broken. You can't handle your own stuff. I'm going to have to handle it for you. If you brought it up, the only reason you brought it up is for me to fix it for you because you can't handle your own stuff. As if there's something wrong with her. And it gets very personal to a woman. Now, I know the truth is you don't think she's broken. You love her. And fixing is your effort to try to help her and provide for her. I know that. But that is not the way it's received. And that's why it causes so much damage in relationships. Let me show you the real problem. I told you fixing the wrong problem causes more problems. Here's the real problem. Now listen real closely. A woman shares her problems with her man, not so he can fix them, but so that she can feel his presence with her. In your presence, she feels loved. So when she's sharing her problems, what she wants is to feel your love, not your fix. So if you just skip presence, you go into that magnificent brain of yours and you try to figure out the answer to the problem as fast as possible, she can feel your presence left the room, and what comes back is this painful fix. This is when you'll hear her say, "You're not listening to me." That's because you were listening to fix a problem, not listening to connect with her heart, which is what she needs from you. Listen closely. The real problem in all relationships where she's pulling away from you, where she doesn't trust you, where she's hopeless, she gives up on you and she wants out, is that she can no longer feel your love. What she feels is you trying to fix her. so it hurts. Now, just like I predictably shared what's going on in the male brain and how the male brain processes, there's a predictable response going on in the female brain every single time this happens. The female brain is thinking, why doesn't he listen to me? I'm sure she's even said that to you. You don't listen to me. The female brain is thinking, why is he trying to fix me? Why is he blaming me? And then she will get to, why doesn't he love me? Love to a man is providing for her, but love to a woman is presence, being fully present with me and caring about me and understanding me. That is love to a woman. So every problem where you surrendered, you gave up, you withdrew because she wouldn't take your fast fix, you couldn't find a fast solution, and you walk away in order to respect her so she can solve her own problems, she actually ends up feeling hurt and abandoned by you. This is when she thinks you are the problem when you walk away. She thinks you don't love her when you try to fix her or leave her to figure it out for herself. And each time this happens, that hurt is like a brick that stacks between the two of you. Oh, he's trying to fix me. Oh, he doesn't listen to me. Oh, he doesn't understand me. Oh, he doesn't care about me. Oh, he's not present with me. All of those create this brick wall between the two of you, destroying your connection, meaning she cannot feel your love, and destroying your communication, meaning she will no longer trust you. So listen, if you get nothing else today, listen to me. A woman's decision to quit on a relationship is a reflection of how much of your love she can actually feel. It is not about solving problems. And I have to tell you that over 70% of divorces are actually filed by women, not by men. By women giving up because they can no longer feel the love of their men. They only feel fixed. Now you know you still love her. You've always loved her. And even if she knows that you love her, if she cannot feel that love, that is the problem that must be solved. And she may not have been able to feel your love for a while because what she's felt is you trying to fix her, not love her. So whatever words you've spoken or actions you've taken or failed to take that she needed you to take have not made her feel your love. I have to repeat that because it's so vital. It's the key. If your woman cannot feel your love, she believes it's not there. I'm using the F word, feel. When you do this, when you give up because you can't find a solution or a fast fix, or when you leave her in her pain to figure it out for herself, this surrender syndrome mistake is kind of like hiding in plain sight. You know, you can't solve it, so you just walk away, which guarantees failure because she can't feel your love. So she takes your walking away from her not as respect, but as proof that you don't love her. So if your woman's feeling hopeless, it's time to stand tall. That beacon of love in the storm of doubt she's lost in. It's time to step up, not surrender. And you don't do it with empty promises or desperate pleas, because no one wants to join forces with someone who's desperate. Desperate does not feel like love. Desperate is one of the states that I've pinpointed that actually destroy her ability to feel your love, even if you're doing all the right things. You have to learn how to deliver love with the ironclad strength of a man who knows that his love is the fire that reignites the passion that's been missing in action. Your love is always the answer, no matter what the problem is. So ditch the idea of fixing the problem the moment she starts talking about it, and instead show up present, building a love that withstands all challenges. Be present with her. Let her know you believe in her. Let her know that she can handle whatever comes her way. Babe, sorry you had such a hard day. Is there anything else you want to share with me? Is one of the greatest ways you can show presence, understanding, and love to a woman. Don't offer any fixes. Just ask what she needs as she continues to process her problems by talking them out. That is another key difference between men and women. Women are external processors. We think by talking feelings, whereas men are internal processors who ignore feelings and think in silence. But your love is everything that she needs to build a magnificent relationship. So get to it. Go be present with her today and let her know how much you love her by listening and understanding.